We are all about facts, Sal, not
That's
fear.
Right.
Providing information to keep you and your loved ones safe. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us live. Hey, Doc.
What's up, Doc?
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing well. Let's get right to it because videos and images coming out from this holiday weekend, well, are shocking. Let's bring back images from Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. Again, this was over the weekend. You can see hundreds of people not practicing any guidelines, doctor. So when you see this, Dr. Kohli, what is your reaction? And what does it mean for the people who did stay home this weekend?
You know, you guys, this was the first test. This was the first long weekend that we had during the pandemic. So the first test of the American willpower and resolve against this virus. And I'm sad to say that some of us failed the test. Now, there's some of us that stayed home. And on behalf of the medical community, I want to thank you all that did that. But for those of us that went out, I really want you to understand this is not about your personal freedom. This is about exposing others to risk. So the experts are recommending that if you are one of those people that went out, please self-quarantine for the next 14 days because that's really going to mitigate the effects of what's happened. If you were exposed to something when you're at one of those parties, it's really going to prevent it from spreading to others. So that's an important thing to do, and I implore you to do that to help your community, your family, and your friends.
All right, let's get right to this, Doc. A lot of viewers have questions. Sherry asks, how do I cope with the anxiety I feel about going outside and back out into the world? It's a thing.
So, Sherry, some anxiety is normal. In fact, some anxiety is even beneficial for us to be more alert. But if it's getting too much, I have a few tips that you can use for coping. So the first is to try to meditate for 5 to 10 minutes every day because just that act of deep breathing stimulates a nerve called the vagus nerve that releases a chemical that actually slows down your heart rate and makes you feel more relaxed. The second is to think of your brain like a computer. So if the anxiety app is open, and you want to switch it to a different app. So if you're Al, you're going to switch it to a workout app. Or if you're Sam, you're going to switch it to the mom app. If you're Tori, you're going to switch it to the gardening app. So just try to engage your brain in something else, whether it's physical, social, or mental, like doing a puzzle, something that clicks it out of that anxiety response.
That's great advice. So our final viewer question comes from Bill. He says, I keep hearing testing is so important. Why are tests so hard to come by then?
So think about it, Bill. From the day a test is made or manufactured, it then has to be distributed. It then has to be administered. It then has to be analyzed. And then the results have to get back to the original patient. So all of those steps require production, require resources. And if you have a bottleneck at any of those levels, you can really have trouble getting the test. And there's such a global demand right now that that's been the main reason.
Wow. So we need this, I feel like, now more than ever.
That's
Before
right.
we go, we need your silver lining, Dr. Kohli.
Silver linings, y'all.
Today, you wanted to talk about love. Oh, wow. Love.
I do. I'm a cardiologist. I'm all about the heart. And amidst this pandemic, people are still finding love. So if you look at data from OkCupid, the number of dates that people are going on virtually has gone up by 4 million compared to last year. If you look at Tinder and Bumble, people are having longer conversations and actually messaging more. So that old saying that love conquers all is really true, and that's the big silver lining today. Love will find a way.